One personality that Nigerians were said to be missing at this period of rising cases of kidnapping, armed robbery, and banditry in the country was said to be Super Cop DCP Abba, whose absence in Nigeria's security architecture was observed to have led to rising cases of insecurity in Nigeria. This was contained in the press statement delivered by Bishop Lawrence Ngene under the umbrella of Nigerian Cleric Council of Bishops and Imams in conjunction with Leadwell Africa Global Initiative at a press conference in Abuja with a theme, Absence of Abba in Nigerian Security Architecture and Rising Cases of Kidnapping, Armed Robbery and Banditry in Nigeria. According to the president of Nigerian Cleric Council of Bishops and Imams, Bishop Lawrence Ngene, the absence of Super Cop DCP Abba in Nigerian security architecture has brought Nigeria to these ugly security challenges facing the country.
Today we are here under the umbrella of Leadwell Africa Global Initiative and Nigerian Clerics Council of Bishops and Imams to speak to the leadership of Nigeria in this press conference on the topic Absence of Abba in Nigerian Security Architecture and Rising Cases of Kidnappings, Armed Robbery and Banditry in Nigeria. This press conference is very important to the security concerns of our nation because Nigeria is faced with more security challenges today than ever in our history, which ranges from the Boko Haram insurgency, armed militancy, kidnapping, cattle rustling, illegal mining and mineral theft, smuggling, nomadic herders, breeders and farmers' crisis, armed robbery across the country, amongst others. As a concerned citizen of this great nation, we want to say boldly that the absence of Super Cop DCP Abba in Nigerian security architecture has brought Nigeria to the ugly security challenges. For this statement, some people may want to ask, who is Abba in Nigerian security architecture? Answer to this question is that within the period of Abba selfless services to the nation, lots of enemies of Nigeria or Nigerians' deadliest criminal kingpins were arrested. I think this credit must go to DCP Abba and his team, whose dogged efforts led to the arrest of over 100 criminal kingpins, amongst whom were arrest of Nigerian most notorious kingpin, billionaire kidnapper, Chukwudu Ememe Onwamadike, aka Evans, in Lagos State, and his gang members. Number 2, arrest of the killers of former Chief of Defense Staff, CDS, Air Marshal Alex Badi, retired, along Kefi Jitata Kaduna Road. Arrest of the most wanted Boko Haram commander Umar Abdul Malik and 8 of his terrorist gang members. Arrest of 22 Boko Haram terrorist gang members responsible for the kidnap of the Chibok school girls in 2014 and also responsible for the series of suicide bombings, several attacks and ambush against security agents in Borno, Yobe and Adamawa states. Captured the most deadly kidnapper in the history of Nigeria, Henry Chukwueze, aka Vampire, in Owerri, Imo State, and his gang members under prosecution. Arrest of the deadly Alpha bank robbers that invaded of a town, Kwara State, and robbed 5 commercial banks. The gang also murdered over 31 innocent Nigerians, making it the deadliest bank robbery in the history of Nigeria. Arrest of kidnappers who kidnapped a serving assistant controller of customs in Port Harcourt. Arrest of a syndicate of kidnappers, armed bandits, and their sponsors in Zamfara State after the gang had kidnapped the twin sisters before their wedding. Arrest of deadly kidnappers responsible for the kidnapped mother of Mr. John Ihanacho, a staff of Nigerian National Petroleum Company, NNPC/President of Eastern Zone Investment Cooperative Society Limited in Port Harcourt, Rivers State. These are 10 cases amongst over 100 notable arrest cases of criminals by Abba Kyari and his team. These numerous efforts in fighting criminals in Nigeria have attracted lots of awards and recognitions to Abba Kyari and his team. However, it is a well-known fact in Nigeria that when you fight corruption, it fights you back with all strength and all kinds of conspiracies to bring you down. This brings us to the incident on March the 7th, 2022, when Abba Kyari and his six others were arraigned by the NDLEA on several charges bordering on conspiracy, obstruction, and dealing in cocaine. However, Abba Kyari and 4 others, who are police officers as well, pleaded not guilty to the charges brought against them by the Anti-Narcotics Agency. This alleged conspiracy crime has kept Abba Kyari and his team away from the society. Consequently, many Nigerians have observed that the absence of Abba Kyari and his team from the Nigerian security architecture has brought Nigeria to these ugly security challenges which we are facing today. As a concerned citizen of Nigeria, we are all in the same page with the observation made by many Nigerians on the rising cases of kidnapping, armed robbery, and banditry resulting from the absence of the likes of Super Cop DCP Abba Kyari from Nigerian security architecture. Therefore, we appeal to the President, Ahmed Bola Tinubu, members of the National Assembly, the judiciary, and all relevant security officers to urgently look into the case of Abba Kyari and his team, whose presence in the society will put an end to all the manners of insecurity challenges facing the country called Nigeria.
Answering question from the press, Bishop Lawrence Ingene added more explanation to his speech.
From the notes I just read, I mentioned about 10 cases that were handled by DCP Abba Kyari while he was in the office. These 10 cases are amongst over 100 that time will not permit us to mention. And all this happened within very few months of his being in the office. And so I believe that if a man in the capacity of Abba Kyari is still in office, or his likes in the office, we will have scarcity of the kind of challenges, security challenges we are faced with as a nation in this country right now. And so we appeal once again that the president of this country, his vice, and all those who are who have the capacity to facilitate his quick release to do that, and we will be so pleased to have him back into the society.
Also lending his voice to the theme of the press conference, the country director of Leadwell Africa Global Initiative, Bishop Boni Sunday, said Abba Kyari's absence from Nigerian society had caused more harm than good, emphasizing that the accusation against him was a setup.
We have gathered a lot of his works, of his awards and whatever, and his notable contribution so far. His absence now has caused more harm than good. Because looking at everything that happened, we have studied his case, we have followed it carefully, and we realized that it was just a setup. Because I would like to just give a little breakdown of what really happened. You know, his men left Abuja down to Enugu, the Caribbean airport, to arrest those people coming in. That is the drugs traffickers coming in from Ethiopia. How come they beat up all the security? And because they met them in Kapak. How come they beat all the security? They confessed. Many of them in the on the video they confessed, telling that they are given 10 million to NDLA to facilitate their entrance to the country. Up to an extent of saying at times they are coming 20 of them, which means they are giving 10 million. 20 people giving 10 million times 20, that is so much money. So I believe what they try to do is to fight back, because Abba Kyari is trying to stop their business as usual.
In summation, the Nigerian Cleric Council of Bishops and Imams and Leadwell Africa Global Initiative said if the leadership of Nigeria was sincere in combating the rising cases of insecurity across the country, then Abba Kyari and his team should be brought back to the page of Nigerian security architecture. Augustus Oche Ifene, Delegate TV, Abuja.